Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk, Thinking Right. Out here in my lab, rocking P Funk. I do what I do for you. Got a good one for you today. Hope you're ready for it. Let's go. Wright is in 25 rules lived by. Storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I hope you're doing things for you that you want. That's how it's done. It'll work out for you if you work it. Trust me. Let's go. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, doggone it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better with knowledge. Right thinking is way of life. Through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. I'm on it. Right thinkers, yours is to learn it and implement it so then you will what? Know thyself. Let's go. Question, know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach them. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. Don't worry about it. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. I'll avoid them. That's advice to you. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I can wake them up. Why? I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I come to bring you knowledge that will wake you up to yourself. Now, a person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. Until my act be true. Without balance, truth, and discipline in your life, you're going to have problems constantly. Understand that. So today, right thinkers, let's talk about being spiritually disciplined as a right thinker. That's one of the ingredients that you really have to pay attention to. Why? Because it's very important. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I live my spiritual discipline daily. I live through my spiritual disciplines daily. That's keeping me doing what? The right thing. I hold myself accountable to do what's right. Not what I want, not how I feel, not none of that. No. Because it's right. If you know right from wrong and you choose wrong, there's a consequence that comes with that. Just like knowing right from wrong and you choose the right thing, there's a blessing that comes with that. Okay, understand that. Some people think different. That's fine. That's my concept. Remember, I'm just doing it from my side. Right thinkers have to learn this basic thing to be spiritually disciplined in their daily life. Not every now and then, not once in a while. Hold yourself accountable to do the right thing all the time, and you'll see a difference in your personal life. That's how it's done. Why? Spiritual discipline is what? When you hold yourself accountable to on a higher standard, a higher level. If you and somebody get into a scenario and you get caught up emotionally and you don't use your spiritual discipline, you're going to have to suffer the consequences of your actions. Where if that same situation, you use your spiritual discipline, you take yourself out of that. Why? Because you're going to do the right thing. That's the difference. I teach you to be spiritually disciplined. Why? That's a rule that you have to live by every day. No days off. Why? Because when you're interacting with anybody, you have to be in your best behavior. That's all. And if you're serving him and you're trying to be obedient, that's what you're going to do anyway. Well, that's what they profess to say. I can only tell you what I do. Watch this. Spirit without knowledge and discipline is a fanatic, called fanaticism. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Yeah, it just running around. Everything is really, really amped up and off the hook. Why? Because there's no knowledge, there's no discipline. Everybody ain't trying to praise the Lord. If I'm not a bunch of people who ain't into what I'm into, I'm not. No. Simple. Know when and when not to do what it is you do, because everybody may not be into what you're doing. And as a Mason, I learned that lesson the hard way. I ain't going there right now, but yeah, acquiesce yourself and be aware of where you're at. But most importantly, just do what you know to be right whenever you get a chance to. That's doing the right thing. Okay? I am spiritually disciplined. Why? Because I am the master right thinker. If I don't exhibit what I teach, my teachings don't work. If I'm not using them, they're not working for me. They didn't work for somebody else. So it's important, like I said, if what you say don't match what you do, there's going to be a problem. Why? There ain't no balance there. Something's wrong. Okay? Spiritual discipline is not letting your emotions, your feelings, most important, your ego, take control and run the show. Why? It's going to lead you where you're going to have to suffer consequences of that action that the ego or emotion is going to have you react to. Hitting, cussing, getting out of pocket. Those things are not good. Those things are not right. And if you do them, then you're not good or right in that particular situation. So all that you are don't mean nothing if you ain't implement it when you have to. And a lot of people don't know how to implement it when they have to. So they look hypocritical. That's the difference. We know we are, or we should know that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. The main goal is to have self-control over your ego in order for you to do, be, and act the way you should. Why? Higher consciousness, lower consciousness. When you live below the waist, you are physical. You want to taste, touch, feel, get, and accumulate. That's lower nature. Spiritual beings want to share, do, be, and help others. I'm a spiritual being, okay? With spiritual discipline, it really means you're being obedient to your higher self, aka God. I hear him say, being obedient to the Father. That means every scenario you come across, you're going to do what you think your Father think you should do. That's being obedient. We all have parents. They taught you right from wrong. With no spiritual discipline, you will be out of control and work yourself out of your blessings by doing the wrong thing and thinking you're doing the right thing. Ain't nothing wrong to seeing somebody who think they right do just wrong. That's I ain't going there, but I see that a lot. Okay, they think they got a right to be wrong. You never got a right to be wrong. Not even when it's righteous indignation. No such thing. Let's go. Move on. Spiritual discipline is my way of life, aka right thing philosophy. I have to use it. I have to employ it. I teach it. Hold myself accountable to do just that. I use my spiritual discipline when daily. Why? Because I know that's how I earn my blessings. Doing the right thing. If I help somebody out, if I do something over there, I don't need nothing from them. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do. If you're in a situation where me doing the right thing helping you out, you're going to be helped out. You don't owe me nothing. He takes care of it. Bill been paid. Okay? That's what people who work for higher power get paid from the higher power, not from people who they doing whatever they're doing for. Appreciation is all I need. Thank you. So thank you and I'm good. Here you go. When you do, again, good deeds, aka selfish service, when daily, that's how you earn your blessings daily. He's your right now guy. He don't put nothing in the hole. You do it, you get it. I live my spiritually disciplined lifestyle, and I'm blessed for doing just that. It ain't nothing that you got to go out here and do a whole bunch of stuff. I ain't saying you got to go get a college degree and be off rich and famous. No, just do the right thing. You know what the right thing is. Everybody's right thing is different, but it's universal across the board. Why? Because everybody had their own right to think what's right for them. Doing what's right for your higher self always wins out. That's why good always prevails. Now, I teach spiritual discipline. Why? Because I live spiritually disciplined. Spiritual discipline should be a way of life if you want to be a right thinker. If you want to be part of what I'm doing, you have to be spiritually disciplined on a regular basis. That means control yourself, watch the tone of voice, watch the words that come out your mouth, watch how you treat people, and watch the difference. Guaranteed. Life without spiritual discipline, listen, is a life full of, that's my word, fetters. Fetters is egoistic problems that you cause yourself because of your emotional situation or your ego taking over and you can't control it. So you're going to give into your lesser desires like anger, hatred, jealousy. All those are qualities that you can control. But once they fester and be in you, it's hard to get rid of them. That's what you work on them. Those are qualities that you work on within your own self, for yourself. Why? They're not good qualities to have. So you should work on them. You shouldn't have somebody tell you what you should work on. We'll get into that part too. Spiritual discipline works on that too. Spiritual discipline keeps you doing what? The right thing when? Daily. Hold yourself accountable to do what? The right thing when? Daily. My spiritual discipline is how I'm able to do what I do for you when? Daily. I do this because, depending on this, I hope everybody who like what I do, waiting for this. Why? That's what I do it for. And I get blessed for doing that also. All right, here you go. Yeah, I'm up early every day. Why? Because of my spiritual discipline. And that's how I live. Through spiritual discipline. Holding myself accountable to do what it is I need, what I think I should be doing. And giving you right thinking philosophy lesson daily is what I think I should be doing. Okay? Being spiritually disciplined is what? A choice. You don't have to do this. Like anything else in life, you make it what you want. You choose to do it or you choose not to do it. There ain't a whole bunch of choices. Either this or that. I communicate with my higher self, aka God, when? Again, daily. That's spiritual discipline. Do you have it? I pray. I meditate. I work out. Daily. Before the sun comes out. Daily. But I'm in the bed early. So trust me, my lifestyle is a little different, but it works for me. Okay, understand that. There you go. Again, spiritual discipline. I am so spiritually disciplined, doing the wrong thing is not an option for me. If it ain't right, I'm not doing it. Simple as that. I ain't got to think about it. Not doing it. Going back. None of that. Okay? Well, I got weak. No, none of that happens. Why? Spiritual discipline takes care of that. Last one, I'm about to wrap it up. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you didn't get too bad on this one, but yeah, I got to make that point clear. Spiritual discipline is being obedient to God. That's what I got for you. Trust me. I am God conscious because of my spiritual discipline. Now, because of my spiritual discipline and the work that I put in to learn to be and act, I know myself. Self-mastery comes from putting in the work. Trust me. No other way. When you're obedient to God, whether you are a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew, a Buddha, a Hindu, don't make a difference because your action, which is karma, will be judged by your higher self. And that's what's all that counts. The deeds that you do, the things that you do, the action that you take. It ain't what you say, it ain't how you feel, or even what you think or believe. It's what you do. Trust me. Spiritual discipline, watch this, is like having that skill that's good to have. It's like the old phrase, it's good to have and not need it, but better to have it. It's better to have it than not need it than need it and not have it. Not having spiritual discipline is not a good way to go through life. Why? You're going to need discipline. You might as well make it spiritual. Spiritual discipline, again, better. Okay, so let's take that one. Excuse me. Now, I have it, and if you need it, Become a right thinker, and you can get it also. That's why I do what I do for you every morning. Tune in. I got you. I'll be back.